Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the Practical Numerologist, and this is your numerology forecast for the one personal year for April 2023. So, if you're new to numerology and you are unsure of your personal year number, just know that this forecast is based on your personal year in numerology, which is a different thing than your life path number. So if you're not sure what that is, just take a moment, go to the description box. There's a calculator for your personal year. It kind of gives you the difference between the two. We just want to make sure that you're at the right place at the right time. And so we're going to dig right in. All right. This is one personal year for April. It is a number 5 personal month for you if you're in a one personal year. The number of your month is a 5. So remember, your entire personal year is about independence. This is a new starts year for you, the beginning of a cycle. That happens all year long. And so each month is like a point of destination as you move through that. So it has a different energy, a different feeling. It's supporting you with different things and bringing you different experiences. All right. So this month is a number 5. And so it is a month not to be derailed, if humanly possible, by uncertainty, something that we all love, right? Uncertainty. And yet, really, this month is going to shake things up for you and going to ask you to use whatever flexibility, whatever adaptability that you have gleaned in these past few years, where that has been front and center for all of us, right? Trying to be more adaptable and be okay, at least okay, with uncertainty. So this is going to bring some of that up in a very good way, I hope. And I'm starting out with some quotes. I don't know, I like to shake things up a little bit in these forecasts. So here is a quote for you to guide you this month, and it is by Rumi. And Rumi says, as you start to walk on the way appears. So we can ohm on that for a moment, and yet it is true. So it's about just walking without expectation and allowing things to fall into place, right? Without pushing, without demanding, without having certainty around this must happen, this must happen, this must happen. So this is a month that's going to ask that of you and offer you opportunities and experiences to do that. So the one personal year overall really demands that you choose to walk through some new doors. Again, I was talking at the beginning, this is a new beginning. This is a very important year for you because it is the beginning of a 9-year cycle. So you got to make it count, right? It's then asking you to, this month, this particular month of April, you're being asked to kind of take or place that frenetic, adventurous, freewheeling energy of the number 5, which is again all month long for you. Gonna kind of put it into the mix here, and you're bound to experience a month of changing circumstances, maybe a few white knuckle moments, again in a good way, because it's just going to ask you to be more flexible, to be more fluid. And I trust you are ready for a few of these plot twists that are really ripe and ready for takeoff for you. Again, one personal year initiation, getting things moving. So on April 14th or the 23rd, you can expect more of a punch or a crescendo with whatever you're pursuing, whatever's happening in your world. I'm going to ask you if you can single task rather than multitask, right? Because in the 5 energy, it's a little bit that ADHD kind of vibe, right? A lot going on, a lot coming at you. So you're going to be asked to single task a bit if you can, to follow through, to focus, and to get some results, right? At the end of the day, rather than just have a bunch of undone stuff. So a key concept for the month is the idea of pursuit. So what is it that you are pursuing? I would ask you right now, what is tugging at your mind, heart, and soul right now this year? Because again, very important to set that up and to set that out in front of you. And if you were to actually, I would ask you, what would happen really are if you were to actually get it, what you're pursuing, would you even know what to do with it? So this is a month where those questions will be churning. And I would ask you to maybe journal about that. What would that look like? What would that feel like for you to actually get what you want? Okay. So, what is that old Rolling Stone song? You can't always get what you want, but you might find sometimes you get what you need, right? So I don't know, take that as you want. But that was coming into my mind, some Mick Jagger right there. But to go back to your month, the 5 month of April within the one personal year forces your hand and really requires a bit of a shakeup. So the key is not to throw up your hands and feel that you have no efficacy right now or no control, meaning that it's a time to take action rather than hang around and wait for someone to tell you what to do or someone to give you that stamp of approval or someone to do it for you. It is really a time to pick up that ball and run with it. So, when you identify this with some focus, with some commitment, the pursuit of it is the point for you this month. Get up, get out, get going. Um, and yet take a few different avenues, invite in a few different people, different experiences, be unabashed, like unabashed and unapologetic about going after what you want. No justifications, just really lean into your heart and soul here and go after it. Be clear and go for it. So, both the energies of the one, which is your personal year, and the five, which is your month, they're going to kind of relate to sudden change, to some adventure, freedom, achievement, forward momentum. So I'm asking you to lean into all of it with a sense of curiosity, with adventure, with experiencing different things. Okay, and so what could possibly go wrong, right? Hashtag carpe diem. So, but it's best this month to err on doing rather than not doing. All right. So, given that this is a year devoted to asserting your sense of independence, April will have a bit of built in pressure around this element of life. So, the scary part can be that something rather big in your world is about to literally to turn a corner. So you're feeling it, right? So are you ready to move the needle and embody the very real shifts that you're being asked to make? Or more succinctly, are you ready to take the action that it is required and allow the very real shifts to occur, to unfold as you have been moving toward them? So isn't it really funny how we can really want something, right? A new relationship, a new job, a new opportunity of any kind, all right? And then it presents itself to us. And then we have to choose to make the changes necessary in order to actually do it or actually move into it. Because if it is something new, we're going to have to it'll change our world in some kind of way. So we have to be ready for those shifts, for those changes, and for those openings within ourselves and within our life generally, right? So, a complete change in your reality is taking place right now. And it can feel both exhilarating and potentially kind of weird, right? And anxiety producing because what's next? What's happening? What is the end of this year going to look like, right? So, those things can come in underneath and be questions that you're asking, but don't stay there for too long. It's always good to be reflective and to ask ourselves those questions, and yet not to hover there or to get mired there for very long. So it really is time to open up to new experiences, new people, new everything, not only this year, but right now, here and now in April. It's really earmarked for that, very supportive of that in every way for you. So, flexibility and resourcefulness can pay big dividends for you in April. The energy of the five can bring you fears to face. Wherever the five shows up, a few fears are going to show up as well. So, you get to acknowledge those. So, when you name it, you can tame it, right? So remember that this month. So, how can you gain some level of freedom, even within maybe some confining circumstances or situations that you might find yourself in? Where can you find freedom, even when you have a few restraints? All right, those things might come up for you this month. So, April promises to serve as a turning point month for you in your one personal year if you're ready to pursue a new trajectory with a bit of commitment and mixed with curiosity. So be ready for some doors to open and then even more ready to walk through them. All right. So that is your forecast. That's your numerology forecast for April. And I am wishing you a fabulous month. Take all those opportunities that you can. And I'll see you back here for your forecast next month.